the Angus doesn't want her stealing milk, but she's okay with the bull calf. They got all this beautiful pasture. This is the biggest pasture on the ranch. And they just broke this. Hey, buddy. I'm not letting you know. I'll clean out your pen. Well, this will be the 4th day these guys are in this pasture. The majority of the cows are over here. I'll walk over there next, but I see these calves trying to steal milk from the Angus, and that white Brahman bull, the Angus kind of adopted him, so she's just letting him steal milk, but the Angus is pregnant, so we don't want her stealing milk from her baby that's in her. Hey! It's not really nothing I can control when they're in the same pasture together. What are you stealing milk from her for? You got a bunch of ticks on you. Hey, girl. Angus is real friendly. She's got a bunch of flies on it, too. It's all good, girl. There's the little bull calf. Her mother's right there. It's all good. See how the Angus doesn't want her stealing milk, but she's okay with the bull calf. Because when the bull calf was younger, we got him from an auction, and he still needed milk, so we put him on her. Hey! And there's the Bronga laying in the grass over there. That's the daughter of this Angus. Corey told me yesterday they broke into this little area over here and broke the fence. We'll see what damage they did, but this is up closer to the road. We're on the one end of the ranch, and some people bought a little lot right here, and it's butted up right against the pasture. So when they build a house, they're gonna have cows basically in their backyard, which I think is kind of cool for someone that just has a little lot. Now you can tell where there's poop, and that poop might not have been from just recently. It could have been 3-4 weeks ago even, but they get a taste of the poop in the grass, because the grass will it'll use the poop as fertilizer, obviously, and then they'll just have a little hint of poopy taste, and they won't want to eat it. So that's why there's a bunch of patches, but that's perfect, because then we got all this grass going to seed, and it'll seed all the other areas, and it'll help make the thicker grass, not thicker in itself, but thicker everywhere on the floor, on the ground. And see, we gotta come through and cut these pink. This is called cat's claw, and supposedly these are really nutritious, and the cows like eating them. But all these little seeds will obviously make more, but these will give our cows cuts, and especially the bull, and they'll cut a sheep, and obviously the cuts will lead to screw worms, which are flesh-eating maggots, basically, that the flies will lay their larvae into the wound, and it'll hatch these maggots. These cows can go all in, the majority of what you can see right here, up until that fence line right here, and go in there, and they got all up in here. Surprised I don't see any out here. Oh yeah, they broke Might be hard to see on video from here, but they got all this beautiful pasture. This is the biggest pasture on the ranch. And they just broke this. I don't think there was a... Is there a pole? No, there wasn't a pole in the middle. Maybe there should have been, but... This isn't our property. This is a person who bought a lot right here. It's kind of perfect too, because basically the edge of the mountain right there, like a small, one of the smallest mountains on the ranch. I have to come through and fix that too. There comes the mama cow and her bull calf. So they love going in the jungle. They can eat certain things, not just grass. Now I haven't seen A1, so that's kind of concerning. Hopefully she's with some other calves or cows. That's rare that A1's not with those two calves, so that's not a good sign actually. This is one of the first times we've had, I'm pretty sure this is all the cow, every single one of the cows are together in this all basically one herd right now. So hopefully A1 found another friend. If not, I'll come out here later and see if I can find her. But I haven't seen the majority of the cows, so I'm not concerned. She's probably just laying down with the rest of them in the jungle. Now I've got to clean out the pig areas. We did a real deep clean yesterday, but so this is a good example of just, it's hardly dirty. They just pooped here and there, you know. But just one day, usually just shovel it out, and then every few weeks we'll, maybe less, we'll wash it out real good with the water hose. Watch out, girl. This is the one we're fattening up. We're gonna butcher. Oh no, I'm wrong. The one we're fattening up is in her pen here. You can tell, especially around her neck, she's way thicker than the other ones. Oh, and I got a bunch of ants all over here again. This shovel is infested with ants in the handle, and I keep forgetting I can't use it, and I washed it out so many times and there's still ants. And these ants are the worst ones. They bite and it makes my hands swell up. Here in Costa Rica, the ants are probably the biggest problem. They're more annoying than the mosquitoes. So the next time I can use that shovel is. Don't ever buy a wooden handled shovel in Costa Rica, buy metal. Because they like that wood and then they nest into it and they get all in the handle there. I need to go get another shovel. Alright, I'm back with a new shovel. Now these pigs, we try to keep them free range, but the majority of the time they end up being in their pens. And then we gotta feed them. And to feed all these pigs, it costs about $200 a month if they're in their pens all the time. One pig will provide meat for 4 or 5 months. At least 4 months for a couple people if you mix it in with your dinner. But selling these pigs here in Costa Rica is not profitable at all. I think most of the pigs here in Costa Rica, they get sold. I'm talking like at the butcher or whatever. They come from Nicaragua. So it's not even profitable. Oh, there's no, oh yeah, I just cleaned pig poop. Her poop, because she's out of her pen. If you were to sell say a pig that's not fattened up, female pig, you probably get about $300. And a pig that's fattened, I haven't ever seen a pig that's fattened get sold. If I had to guess, you have to sell it for at least $500, because just to fatten it up, you'll have $200 minimum a feed into her, and that's not counting the whole first part of her life. That's just the fat, maybe the last month or 6 weeks or longer of fattening her up with corn and other feed, chicken feed or whatever. So I guess it's really only worth it to have them if you always keep them free range. Here in Costa Rica, at least, I'm not sure the American prices of pig. I know beef prices are insane right now, but yeah, that's it on here. You can tell her poop was a lot lighter color than the others. Feeding her a little different. I do not care for pigs at all. Nasty. Hey buddy, I'm not letting you know. I'll clean out your pen. Coming in here, buddy. This dude is like the strongest, biggest pig I've ever been around. I really haven't been around pigs that much at all. Just small ones, really. I used to work on a produce farm when I was in high school. They'd have pig races with the little piglets they put in this little racetrack. Coming over here to check on the ducks. Their pound looks good. All filled up. Some more over here. They look good, but I thought we were gonna put them free range, but they've just been in here and we've been feeding them corn, but they don't lay eggs. Just like the chickens. The chickens don't lay eggs if we keep them on corn and we keep them in their pen. So we got all these chickens and ducks, but no eggs. We'll get an egg probably, if we're lucky, one a day. Just out of the chickens. 0 out of the ducks. Muscovy ducks, since we got them probably 4 to 6 weeks ago, we got these guys. The one pig in there was eating chickens, so that mixed with whenever we have a calf in a pen over here feeding them feed, they go and steal the feed out of from the calves as well. So that's a problem we can solve by putting a rubber mat over, but we got to butcher that one pig that's eating the chickens. That's another problem. And then we can keep them all free range and actually have eggs, but until then it doesn't make sense to have chickens or ducks. I guess that's why we're a cattle farm, not a chicken and pig farm. But there's still some efficiency things we got to work out there, especially because we put in at least an hour's worth of work every single day for the chickens and pigs combined. I thought I saw A1, the little Brahmin. Is that her or is it another one? I get A1 mixed up with another Brahmin calf that has a yellow tag in her ear. Nope, that's A1. So she must have been hanging out with these guys in the forest. Good thing she's found new friends, I guess. Morning, girl. Ticks don't look as bad as they did. But she's still got a bunch of ticks all over her, and you still see her ribs. Morning, girl. Morning, girl. All good. We're gonna keep them on here for a while longer, maybe a couple more days, and then we might put the horses on here so that they eat more of the grass.